Hey guys, what's going on? Quick talk. I wanted to talk about Bellator 269, the main event. Um, this card was in Moscow, over there in Russia. Um, Headlining was Fedor Emelianenko versus Tim Johnson, heavyweight bout. Um, man, what can I say? It was a short and sweet fight. With heavyweights, you is rare when they go the distance, and with Fedor is even more rare. I mean, Fedor's the type of guy that either he loses bad or he wins good, in impressive fashion most of the times. Um, I'll be honest, Fedor is my favorite heavyweight fighter of all time. I think he's one of the greatest heavyweights in MMA, in the MMA sport. Legit, I think he is. Um, he's one of those fighters that got me into MMA, made me a fan of it. He's the way he carries himself, the way he treats the sports, the way he treats others, the way he, soft spoken, smart, a guy that has done it all basically, and he has never praised himself, never called himself the greatest of all time or anything. Just a picture perfect, humble guy. The soft spoken, smart, polite, um, pleasant to be around with. Obviously, from what I've seen on videos, from what I've seen in interviews, but when he gets in that ring, you know, he turns off a switch and he becomes this killer. Obviously, yes, during his prime, he was a savage. Um, I love the fact that whenever Fedor fights, to he comes to win. He's not one of those fighters that has a game plan or he game plans. It's it's um, it's a mentality of you got me here for 15 minutes, and in this 15 minutes I'm gonna put you away anywhere I can, by submission, by knockout, by decision, however it plays out. Fader is ready to was always ready to get the job done, any way possible. And I love the mentality of fighters like that. He's a fighter's fighter, man, man, I can't praise him enough. Obviously, this fight, it was in Moscow. I'm sure it was a treat for all those fans over there in Russia to watch one of the greats in MMA. Tim Johnson, I think he's been around for a while. Younger, obviously, big guy, uh, heavy hands, dangerous. I thought, to be honest, back when I heard that Fedor was gonna fight again, and he was looking who to fight and all that stuff, and who he was gonna be matched with, because at the time the talk was that this was gonna be his last fight before he retired. Um, I like names like Overeem. I like names like fighters, maybe Congo, or other fighters out there that he could definitely, heavyweight fighters that he could definitely fight. I thought there were some good names out there for him to fight. Tim Johnson was not one of them. Um, I'm not sure because at this point in his career, um, Fedor chooses his opponents, and I don't look down on him for that. I mean, he's not in his prime anymore. Uh, he's had some wins and losses in Bellator, some very bad wins that really depressed the hell out of me. Um, the way he lost to Mitrione, the way he lost to Bader, I thought those fights were gonna be more competitive. Um, but Bader and Mitrione got the better of him. They knocked him out, and at times Fedor looked like he was done. That he didn't belong in there anymore. But then he would fight people like Chael Sonnen or Rampage, and he would look good. And You know, in his later years, he just that hasn't looked consistent. Um, Tonight he looked deadly for real. It was vintage Fedor. He has that little jumpy style, and he stays with you, and he has those quick hands no matter the age, no matter how old he is. He hasn't lost that speed and that power. And it was in the first round, very short first round, because there were some exchanges. I think Tim Johnson did land a couple of shots, but nothing major. And it was some exchanges too many, because I think it was like a little sweet combination where Fedor just caught Tim Johnson twice, and the second shot landed flush on him, and Tim Johnson went down like a tree, and he was done. He was knocked out, and the referee uh, did a good job with the stoppage. And what can I say? I mean, I think Fedor at this point, he should he should retire. I think he should retire on a high note. And I don't like saying it because I love watching Fedor fight. I really do. But um, what's next for him? I saw him in an interview where with Hawani, where he alluded that if he looked good, maybe he's not. This is not his last fight, but he's already 45, and the competition gets rougher. Maybe he's gonna decide. I'm thinking he's still gonna decide to fight one more time in the states, in the United States, and I think a fight between him and Chet Congo would be good. Uh, that's a dangerous fight because Chet Congo still is very dangerous, huge guy, big, and Fedor. A fight between Fedor and him at this point in time would be awesome. But it wouldn't bother me if Fedor retired already. He's a great coach. He has some great proteges coming up and dominating the scene in Bellator right now. So he's doing great. And I think he's doing great as a coach. He doesn't really need to fight anymore at this point. But like he says, he loves the sport. So and he loves fighting. It's very obvious that he loves fighting. So win or lose, though, always gonna be a huge fan of Fedor. Always regretted that he never went to the UFC. I think in UFC he would have been successful. He would have had some good run eventually, but I don't think Dana White ever respected him or gave him the respect that Fedor deserved. And in a way it's good that Fedor never went there. You never know what kind of ending uh, ending he would have had in UFC. Obviously, Scott Coker treats him a lot better, pays him good, and he's still in Bellator. Fedor is that type. You could tell he's loyal and he stays with people that treat him good, and he has stayed very loyal to Scott Coker, especially since Scott Coker welcomes all his fighters, and his fighters are dominating the scene in Bellator, like I mentioned. So it was great to see Fedor knocking somebody out one more time. Doesn't bother me. I'll have it either way if he wants to fight again. But I would like to see him leave on a high note and retire already, because and just stick to coaching. But I doubt it. I think Fedor is one of those that he's only gonna retire after feeling ill or feeling very bad or losing very bad. He just has that fighting spirit. Those are my views. Thanks, guys, for listening to me. Give me some likes or dislikes, any questions, comments. Thanks very much, and please subscribe to my humble channel. All right. Thank you.